folks, you are certainly welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Commander Hoops. If this is your first time viewing, please do click that like and subscribe button. I'll leave this video a bit later than others, but we're going to talk about the game coming up against Feyenoord in the Champions League. Match day 1 of the group stages. As you're all aware, we have Lazio, Atletico Madrid and the Dutch champions Feyenoord in there. Interesting ties, Rome, Rotterdam and Madrid ahead for the Celts. And this will be our 3rd season under Brendan Rodgers in the Champions League as well. Hasn't really gone well for him. You know, we had a victory against Anderlecht in there in the 2nd season. We had a historic result against Man City, a 3-3 draw back in paradise in his 4th season. But we don't want that mentality where we can go out and get smashed 7-1 like PSG away in Paris that night. A night that we won't forget. So Celtic are still not in 5th gear regards to Brendan Ball. He's come out and said that the club, the squad is still getting used to his style of play and it's going to take time. And I agree with that. But there should be no excuses. No excuses tomorrow. We're playing the highest stage of ball. We're playing against a really good outfit. They won 6-1 the weekend. They have a big match coming up on Sunday against Ajax as well. So they'll have one eye on that. But this is a team that finished quarterfinalists in the Europa League last season to get beaten by Jose Mourinho's Roma. So I'm quite sceptic. We have injury problems. We all know Carter Vickers is still out. Welch, Naroski and Nat Phillips is a touch and go for the game because he pulled up the weekend in regards to Dundee. So it could be Larga, Bielka and Scales in there for the partnership because we know what a choice. We don't have other centre halves to pick from. And obviously we were to bring Larga, Bielka in for 3 million. And Scales has done well so far, being called upon. So I fancy this being a draw, to be honest with you. I think they're a really good side. Jimenez is the one that we have to look out for. Like, this is a guy that's banging goals in the Eredivisie, and he's done it in European style as well in the Europa League. So I'm quite sceptic of him. We have to be sceptic of Dutch football in general. You know, Feyenoord are a fantastic club. This is a club that won a European Cup back in 1970 that beat us in the final in the San Siro. You know, there's that connection there between the fans. We always think of Per van Hooijdonk, Henrik Larsson, you know, Win Janssen. So there is that connection there. But we starting lineup will be Hart and goal. If he has the experience that he's done before in the past for Man City and even for Celtic, pull off some crucial saves. He cannot be coming out of his box like in the last campaign and getting stung with what happened in Germany. He cannot be doing that. He has to learn from their mistakes. With these boys playing the campaign last season, I know it's a different manager. We should have that experience now of going in and realise the Champions League. Don't let the event hit you. Don't let the spectacle hit you. Just think of it, you know, go past them white lines, get stuck in and play football the best way you can and get them string of passes together and test the keeper from outside the box as well. Matt O'Reilly can hit them. Turnbull can hit them. You know, Cal can hit them. You know, Kyogo needs to be stuck in. I'm just afraid that he'll get a bad tackle tomorrow. You know, Yang, if he starts, he needs to be getting that end product in. And I think Yang's going to be some player for Celtic. I know a few people are writing him off already. Moyeda needs to walk the horse off and actually be clinical in the Champions League, not be missing sitters like the last time. And if we can get our midfield sorted, if Cal can push the team up and get it right, that's the main thing. So Joe Hart, Alistair Johnson for his debut. Greg Taylor needs to be really more physical and having the confidence to get up that pitch and pushing up instead of being ultra defensive. I don't want Celtic on out tomorrow being very ultra defensive. We need to go out and make a stance and not be afraid of these teams. Stop giving the teams too much respect on the ball. Get stuck in. I know the referees and the officials are stronger in Europe, but look, we're used to the officials in Scotland, how corrupt they are anyway. So Scales and Larga Bielka centre back, because if Nat Phillips is not ready, that's what he's going to go for. He's no other choice. Callum McGregor, Rio Tate, Matt O'Reilly in the midfield. Look at Cal is obviously going to start. He's the captain. Magic Matt has to play. And I think Rio, after getting a few minutes on his belt against Dundee the weekend, I think Rio has to play. I think Rio done well in the last campaign in the Champions League. Right wing has to be Yang. Left wing would have to be Moyeda, and then up front Kyogo. Kyogo, it's a big season for him. He needs to get stuck in, get a few goals in Europe and make a stance as well. As I said in the video earlier on, he's going to be pushing to get into that Japanese squad for the Asian games. So if Moyeda can do a job, he can either play on both flanks. If he plays on the right and Yang plays on the left, you could see Louis Palmer feature as well. You know, he's productive. We could have Holm off the bench. We could have Turnbull off the bench. You know, James, you could see Jamesy feature as well. Oh, for a bit of physicality as well. He might cause problems to the Feyenoord defence. So I'm going 1-1 tomorrow. I fancy Louis Palmer coming off the bench and scoring. I think it's going to be very ultra defensive football from Celtic, and that's not the way it's going to be. Shouldn't be like that, but that's my prediction. So 1-1. Let us know in the comments what you think, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hell.